escape is on down the foot of the table as Oldham win again, of course, to get themselves out of the relegation zone for the first time in what appears to be a lifetime, of course. What's going to happen this midweek? We'll take a little look next. Prediction video today. We are taking a look at a bit of a bonus, Brucey bonus out in League 2, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Rovers related, League 2 related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski. Yes, just the 6 games we're going to be talking about this midweek. Of course, it is the wretched catch up with, of course, COVID games that have been postponed throughout the season. We got games from match number 22, 23, 24, and 25 all combined, and of course, I'm calling them the Brucey bonus fixtures. We'll get into it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs there, the Patreons, guys. Thank you very much. Of course, behind the scenes, of course, we'll see what we got going at you in a second. But of course, rewind the clock back, of course, to the weekend's action and take a little look at what happened last time around. Then, shall we? Here we go, pal. See you by the way, pal. I see you by the way. Carlisle, I picked up a loss against Swindon Town 3-0 in the end. 2-0 was my pick. Me with Exeter City against Barrow. We'll do that again, of course, as it was postponed. Stevenage picked up a heavy loss against Barton's boys. Of course, they are on the push. 4-0 win in the end for Bristol Rovers. Forest Green Rovers drop points against Flynn's boys over at Walsall. Of course, newly hired there to take over the reins. Of course, got himself a new manager bounce in the process. Me with Harrogate Town, I picked up they drew. They didn't draw. It was postponed against Leyton. Orient. Hartlepool picked up a draw against Sutton United. And I went with the draw myself. Not too shabby on that one as well. Newport County picked up a draw against, of course, Mansfield Town. Those two, of course, locked in deadlock here, of course, for a race for playoffs. Northampton Town picked up a 3-0 win over Colchester United. Probably the biggest winners this weekend. Oldham Athletic also big winners again down, of course, at Boundary Park, beating Bradford. City have got rid of Derek Adams this past week. I don't think they've appointed anybody just yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Salford against Crawley, we'll do that again another time. Of course, Scunthorpe United did lose to Rochdale in the relegation, 6 points down the foot of the table, and Tranmere and Port Vale was a draw as well. Let's take a look at, of course, the table. As you can see, Forest Green Rovers lead the chance, 66 points on the board. Of course, they have 2 games in hand as well over Tranmere. Of course, we're in 2nd spot. Northampton Town are in 3rd, Exeter up to 4th. Sutton United, Mansfield, Swindon down, make up, of course, the playoffs. Down the foot with Scunthorpe United going down. Carlisle are joining them right here, right now, and Oldham, of course, on the great escape. I'll take a look at, of course, how you guys got on as well. Here you go. Take a bloody bow. Gareth Nicholson, Luke NTFC, Owen, kicking ass and taking names. I'm clapping. I am clapping. Well done to all of you guys for doing your bits. And well done, of course, to the patrons for supporting the channel. You know how I love you. I love you big time. Brothers from another mother. That's right. Of course, let's take a look, of course, as the overall mini leaderboard then, shall we? Of course, kicking ass and taking names is Jim Watton. Clapping as well for your brother. Clapping as well. Big time, of course. And a patron as well. Respect where respect is due for Jimmy Watton's boys. That's right. Kicking us and taking names. Of course, but it could all change in the next round of matches. It is a double mini match week, of course. Mini games in the weekend or midweek. And then, of course, we have a bumper one as well. But I'm only doing the 6 for you right here, right now. So let's get into it then, shall we? Here's to the link if you want to get involved. Cutley League 2. Get in amongst it, of course. Get your name in lights. And, of course, I'll see you when we come around midweek. So here are those games. 6 of them in all their leisure. Stuff that deals with the top and also the bottom as well. So we're going to jump in the deep end, hopefully, and take a look at these 6 games. So let's go and kick it all off with Swindon Town. They were taking on Walsall. Of course, Swindon, of course, in the playoff race. Walsall under new management, of course. Played 28 times since 1999. 9 was for Swindon, 8 was for Walsall, and 11 draws, of course. Back-to-back wins for Swindon right now. Back-to-back wins for Walsall right now as well. It's 50% form for Swindon, 33% form for Walsall as well. Last time played each other ever in Swindon was a 2-1 win for Swindon. That was back in November 2019. Of course, they played each other just the one time this season already. It was in the FA Cup. It was a 2-1 win for Swindon over at the Bescott. So they've got to play each other 2 times now. Of course, they've yet to play each other at the Bescott in the league. That'll come around again later on in the season. But for the now, this is, of course, the catch-up game over in Swindon. Swindon pick up a 3-0 win over Carlisle. Of course, Walsall pick up a 1-0 win over Forest Green. And they come into us on back-to-back clean sheets. Back-to-back clean sheets also for Swindon as well. Smells like a 0-0 draw, doesn't it? Of course, 11-10 on is your Swindon, 25 is your draw, and of course 3-1 is your away win on this one. Quite tight on this one, I'm sure. Going to go with the 1-0 win for Swindon Town, even though new manager with Walsall, new manager. But on the road, it's going to be tricky for them to get anything out of this game. Kick it off, will be Colchester United, of course, are struggling. Down the foot of the table, Hartlepool, of course, in mid-table right now. Played each other 18 times, 2003. 7 wins for Colchester, 5 wins for Hartlepool, and 6 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Colchester right now. 42% form up against the Hartlepool side, who have just lost once in the past 6, 67% form. They were on a bit of a rise, aren't they? Last round over in Colchester was a 2-1 win for Colchester back in February 2017. That was in League 2. Of course, since then, of course, Hartlepool got relegated and had a bit of a journey in non-league action. Of course, Hartlepool picked up a draw against Sutton United. Of course, Colchester picked up a 3-0 loss against Northampton. The odds though for this one, 11-8 is your Colchester, 11-5 is your draw, and 11-5 is also your Hartlepool. Quite tight on this one as well. Going to go with a 0-0 draw on this one, I think. Colchester will be happy out of the two sides on this one. Kicking off over to be Bradford City up against... who are they? Harrogate Town, that's right. A bit of a Yorkshire affair, this badger, of course. Now, according to my eyes, Mark Truman will be the man pulling the strings for Bradford up against Harrogate, Simon Weaver. Those are the 3 times to 2020. 3 wins and a 3 for Harrogate. Nothing for Bradford, of course, coming to us on the back of just 1 win in 6. 25% form for them right now. Harrogate coming to us also 1 win in 6. 33% form for them in the moment as well. Last round at Bradford, at Vale Parade was a 1-0 win for Harrogate. That's back in October 2020. The reverse fixture in Harrogate was, of course, back in February 2022. Of course, Harrogate won that one as well. Just the 1 goal conceded out of the last 3 games, Harrogate between Bradford and themselves, and of course Harrogate coming to us on the back of a 7-goal thriller, losing to Exeter though 4-3 on the weekend. Bradford also lost to Oldham 2-0 loss as well, and haven't scored in back-to-back games now. Of course, look at the odds for this one then. Bradford are coming at you 11-10 for the victory, 5-2 is your Harrogate, and 23-10 is your draw. I don't know, I think it's going to be struggles, but I think they'll ultimately get over the line. 2-1 win in the end for Bradford City, depending on who is at the helm, of course. Kicking off ought to be Rochdale up against Port Vale over at Spotlands now, shall we? A bit of a northwest crunch clash. Played each other 16 times in 2008, 6 wins apiece and 4 draws. Just 1 defeated past 6 for Rochdale right now, 50% for up against the Port Vale side, who haven't lost in the last 6. Goodness gracious me. However, only won twice in the past 6. 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over at Spotlands was a 3-0 win for Rochdale back in April 2017. The reverse fixture, of course, was actually happened back in September 2021. It was a 3-2 win for Rochdale as well. They also played each other in the EFL Trophy this season, and it was a 1-0 win for Port Vale over at Vale Park. Goodness gracious me. So they played each other 2 times already. This will be, of course, the 3-peat as well, and it's been 1-1 apiece so far. Will this be a draw? We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Rochdale pick up a 2-1 win over Scunthorpe, and Port Vale pick up a draw against Tranmere. They come into us on back-to-back draws as well. The odds, though, are 13-10 is your Rochdale, 23-10 is your draw, and 21-10 is your away win. As of course, Port Vale tight on this one. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Rochdale. Surprise, surprise, to take it to the house. Kicking on forward is Scunthorpe up against Northampton Town. It is top versus bottom, pretty much anyway. Play each other 19 times in 2003. 8 wins for Scunthorpe, 3 wins for Northampton, and 8 draws. Just 1 win 6 for Scunthorpe right now. 17% form. Meanwhile, Northampton come to us just 1 defeat at past 6 as well. 75% form at the moment. Of course, last time around over in Scunthorpe was a 3-0 win for Scunthorpe. That was back in October 2019. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Northampton back in September was a 2-0 win for Northampton as well. Scunthorpe pick up a 2-1 loss against Rochdale. Of course, Northampton pick up a 3-0 win over Colchester and haven't conceded a goal in 4 games. Goodness gracious me. The odds though for this one, we have a Scunthorpe 3-1 for the victory, 11-10 on is your Northampton, and 25 is your draw. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Northampton on the road here, and of course Scunthorpe are in perilous trouble at the moment. Kicking off order Leyton Orient against Bristol Rovers. Let's get into this one over at Brisbane Road. Played it 24 times in 2003, 10 wins for Leyton Orient, 9 wins for Bristol Rovers, and 5 draws. Of course, Leyton Orient are in free fall, haven't won the last 10 games. Goodness gracious me, 80% form for them right now. He must be on the cusp of getting fired, surely. Bristol Rovers, of course, coming to this just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for Joey Barton's boys coming at you. Last round over at Brisbane Road, it was way back in December 2020. It was in the EFL Trophy. It was a 2-1 win for Bristol Rovers. Meanwhile, of course, the reverse fixture over in Bristol was a 3-1 for Leyton Orient way back in, of course, September this season. Of course, Leyton Orient pick up a 2-0 loss against Salford and haven't scored in 1, 2, 3 games. Goodness gracious me, just scored 1 goal in 6 for them. Goodness gracious me. As for Bristol Rovers coming in, it is on the back-to-back clean sheets. In fact, back-to-back clean sheets, scoring 6 goals without return at the moment, looking very, very good. Hitting form at the right time, of course. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers coming at you. Where are they? In 11th. And win for them, they could actually close it in on a potential playoffs push. Look at the odds for this one then. That will be patience, where patience is due. 23-20 is your Leyton Orient. 12-5 is your Bristol Rovers, and 23-10 is your. You got to back Bristol Rovers here to get something out of it. I'm going with the draw. 1-1 in the end. I think that'll be it. That'll be it. That'll do nicely, of course, over in League 2. Of course, we'll look forward to a full fixture list on the weekend if everything goes well. But before that, be sure to get your love in on this one. Cutley Fortress League 2. And of course, if you are a non-league expert and want to get involved, or not a non-league expert, if you're a League 2 expert and want to get involved in content creation, let me know down below. Or better still, follow me on Twitter, direct me and message me that way. And of course, we'll get the party started. And of course, have a little Zoom chat, get to know each other. I've got best mates for life, and you could be a face of the place for League 2 next season right here on the channel. But until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Of course, boys, we're done for now.